Yeah, how's it going, guys? It's Richard Unicorn Caller here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We are back with not really news, but a video I wanted to talk to you guys about concerning Wizard101 on console, because there are a lot of things that Wizard101 on console is missing, and things that they just desperately need going into 2026 or in the potential future. I mean, I hope it would be soon, because some of these things are just, things that Wizard101 on PC already has, and there might be certain um, circumstances as to why they just didn't really include most of the things on console, but we're here to talk about. This started when I made a funny tweet on Twitter, which I always do. Real sec, let's just mute the Wizard101 audio real quick. I wanted to show you guys this funny video. By the way, follow me on Twitter. I make a bunch of memes. I make fun of Wizard101 because it's very easy. Wizard101 console players still don't have bundles. They don't have text chat. They don't have any way to redeem any codes, so they have no code redemptions. And also, they don't really have bigger crown sales. They don't even have the Darkmoor update, and they also don't have any free membership promotions as of 2025, and so far going into 2026. We can hope though that we do get some free memberships for console players for 2026, and hopefully their servers can withstand that. But as of right now, they haven't really gotten any of that, and it shows a streamer dude just coughing and gagging because he can't believe what's going on with Wizard 101 on console. What? And apparently there's also no advanced movement for housing decorators on console. I saw a comment about that. I don't know if that's true or not, but it wouldn't surprise me. So so yeah, it's looking kind of rough for Wizard 101 on console. And we are here to talk about it one step at a time and figure out what happened, right? And obviously, it was first announced all the way in 2024, right? That's the early announcement. They said that Wizard 101 is coming to consoles. Yay, everybody's happy. Then like I would have to say early or middle 2025, they did the whole Xbox game preview so they can beta test it. Um, then we go into the launch, but the launch came out 2025 October, and then it was only for PlayStation and Xbox, right? And then we go into recently, we had the Nintendo Switch launch. So it took them like a full blown year for them to release it on PlayStation and Xbox, and almost 2 years for Nintendo Switch. Luckily not, but yeah, it took them a while to even put the game on console. But with that, there were a lot of things that they were missing from PC. And some of these things might sound basic, but the KI, aka killing interest, it usually takes time to implement stuff like this, just because they gotta go through all these policies and all of these hula hoops, and then a lot of people scratch their head and wonder, like, you know, feel left out, right? So let's talk about it. First things first, bundles. Wizard 101 console players have no way of even getting into like the website, because the website is kind of primarily for Wizard 101 PC players. So they have no way to really redeem or buy bundles, because all of these bundles are specifically for PC only. We have this all new Unforgiven Dead Gauntlet. Not really new, they're just bringing it back. But if you are a console player, this is something that you wouldn't be able to get as of right now, because it is only available for PC, right? Like, you can only buy it on the website, and like I said, there's no integration with the website and console. It's kind of like in its own little database, and it does suck. And we can only hope. I've been informed by an informant, because I know all the devs are watching me. But I've been informed that apparently there's been a support ticket to bring at least one bundle onto the console. So it could be coming out soon. It could be coming out in the future. We have no idea. But we can just only hope that it goes well, and hopefully no bugs and no glitches, no messed up things, because we know how KI likes to be. Let's just hope they take their time with it. I would imagine that they would probably publish it in maybe the Crown Shop, or maybe the stores like Nintendo eShop or the Xbox Marketplace, or whatever they call it nowadays. The Xbox store, and then the PlayStation store as, like, you know, a standalone bundle. Maybe, probably something like that. But again, that takes time to process and get approval from, blah, 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 blah. It's a whole thing. So, hopefully soon. I don't even know which bundle it would be. But again, hopefully they get that soon. And let's talk about the big one, text chat. Right? Text chat is something that I've seen a lot of people talk about, and I'm gonna say this as a console player, because I primarily play video games on my console. I play a lot of video games that have a text chat feature. Games like Battlefield, or games like Deep Rock Galactic, or games like even Fortnite. And I understand it might, be based off of the ESRB rating and all that fun stuff, right? However, they have stated multiple times that for now it's only going to be menu chat, because they don't really have a way to filter out, or at least monitor the way that people text on console, right? Now on PC, it's different. You can say whatever you want. Be like, how? Wait, how? You can't say how, obviously. Or you can say ass. You can't say that. It's all going to be in red, and even stuff that aren't type of words that will pop up in yellow. What else can I say? Gay. Can't say gay. I know that was a big talking point. When did they talk about that? They talked about that a lot. Yeah, you can't say a lot. I'm not gonna type too many bad words in. I don't want to go too crazy with the text chat, but you get the point. It's easily monitored, and even when you do say something, you cannot get reported. So you see this Paul dude? I can report this dude right now if I wanted to. Yo, Paul, I don't like you. I'm gonna report you for inappropriate language. Yo, screw you. I don't even know if that's even how you spell inappropriate. But you see the point. And some of these reports actually do get monitored, maybe by AI or whatever. Some people get falsely banned for doing absolutely nothing. We had that happen in the Gasly raid one time, because somebody didn't like the way that they were talking to someone. And they took that as a really big offense, and it was a whole thing. And I crashed out on the whole raid. That raid, if you were in that raid, probably one of the worst raids I've ever done, right? One of the worst guilds, bro. I'm telling you. But you get the point. They don't really have a way to do that on console. And so right now, it's just going to be for menu chat. So on, PC, it's like, hi, hello world. You can do that all on PC, right? But they don't have that on console. I don't know why they couldn't integrate a system for that. And again, it might be for the console policies, especially for a rated E game. So they might be really strict about that. Nintendo is very family friendly, so they probably don't want it in general. So yeah, we probably just won't see text chat in consoles for a long time. Someone said add in like close proximity chat, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That's something that KI has never done, even on PC, for like over a decade. So yeah, that's not happening. I mean, just invite someone to a Discord call and call it a day. But like, yeah, that's not happening, right? All right, let's keep jumping into all the other stuff that Wizard101 on console does not have, and that's code redemptions. They have no way of entering any promotional code. So the KI Live, which we haven't really seen them announce a KI Live at all. Also some new packs. They usually give out a free pack or something like the anniversary event. Those are codes that console players have no way of getting, because like I said earlier, they haven't really integrated a Wizard101 console type of website, and there's really no in-game redemption code or in-game redemption type of feature. I know in one of the games I play, Honkai Star Rail, you like, even on PlayStation they have a little in-game redemption code feature, and some other games do it. But again, Wizard101 doesn't have that technology. They don't have the resources, and they probably just don't have the knowledge. Because remember, this game has been on PC for like 17 years, right? It's been on PC for a very, very long time. You can basically play it on like a potato laptop, right? So there's a lot of new things that they are learning, and there's a lot of new things that they're still trying to figure out how to integrate into the game, right? There's still a lot to do, and there's still a lot to figure out. So over here we got the new Skull Army Scourge Horde pack. We talked about it's a Darkmoor themed one. They also don't really have a Darkmoor update. And again, they have a little free code. You type in Skull Army, and again, that's for PC players only. Console players have no way to redeem these, right? Now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about bigger crown sales. This one is controversial a little bit. So we saw the Xbox crown sale that was 10%, and now we have the PlayStation sale, which is 15%. So still a very, very low percent for crown sales, unlike Wizard101 on PC, where all those crown sales are usually 60,000 crowns for $60 and 80,000 crowns for $80. It's a really good deal, and a lot of people love the crown sales. However, for console, it might depend on how much you're willing to spend, because 10% and 15% aren't really good deals off, especially for a lot of crowns. You maybe want to wait until they do something a little bit bigger, but for now, this is what you're gonna have to have. If you're Xbox, sadly, you're just gonna have to stick with that 10%. But if you're on a console like a PlayStation, it looks like you guys got 15%. Maybe Nintendo Switch will probably get a 20%. I highly doubt it, but make sure to check that out if you are interested, right? And to kind of segue into that, Wizard101 on console also doesn't have a way to get some exclusive PC promotions, such as the membership and crowns bundle and some other stuff they have done over the years. So again, they are still missing things like that, and that might be subjective to the consoles, because the consoles probably want a tax or pay cut from what KI is making. So again, it gets a little jumbled up in a whole world of economics and money and numbers and all that fun stuff. Alright, talk about a Darkmoor update. Believe it or not, there are console players that are already doing raids. Believe it or not. Okay, there are already people that are like max level. I don't know how. I know the game literally just came out on console, but people are questing and they are having fun. But there's already people doing raids and stuff, and a lot of people are asking the question, well, where is the Darkmoor update? At the moment, we have no idea. We still have to wait for that for console. PC, we've had it for like practically months now. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting and just kind of seeing, or yeah, just kind of waiting to see whenever that does come out. The Darkmoor update, in my opinion, was really fun. I enjoyed it. I just really did not like the way that they changed the recipes, like split second. It almost felt like a rug pull out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere. Sorry, speech therapy. But that was something that I did not like at all. And that was not cool. And I really hope that going forward, KI, aka Killing Interest, does not do that ever again. And if you're going to make gear that requires like recipes or reagents, like do it on launch. Like you're not supposed to go into it like a month and then be like, oh, we're just gonna remove it because apparently it didn't fit the whatever. Like that's not fair for everyone that had farmed it normally. The bots I could care less of. I don't care about the botters or the speed hackers. I don't care about them. I'm talking about the players like myself that wasted a lot of time going into that and farming all that. Like, that just feels like a big heartbreaker. Like, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. I was doing as I was told. But yeah, that's something I didn't like. But otherwise, the Nakamura update is really cool, and I really do think the console players will love it. It's fantastic. It's beautiful, and I think a lot of people will like it. But we have no idea on when that will happen. We have no idea. And probably last but not least, and hopefully this does happen at least one time for console players, but they got no free membership promotions as of right now. In 2024, or not 2024, 2025, we had our little yearly 12 Days of the Spiral, right? The sad part about that whole thing is that it was primarily only geared towards Wizard101 PC players. And that was probably one of the biggest gut punches of 2025 if you're a console player, because we basically got all of this stuff, and the only thing console players got was maybe a new winter pack, and that's about it. So it even says that the 12 Days of the Spiral event is only available to PC accounts. So yeah, right off the bat, console players missed out on a lot. They missed out on free packs. They missed out on giveaways. They even missed out on free membership. And that was a really tough pill to swallow for a lot of people. They even missed out on a potential free crowns. Because like I said earlier, they have no way of redeeming codes. It's not integrated in the system at all. There's no way to redeem codes. So that's why it's only accessible for PC accounts only. And it's just really sad. It really is sad. I was really excited to see console players kind of play during a free membership, but stuff like this, that stuff hurts. So hopefully this year for 2026, for the 12 Days of the Spiral and for the anniversary of Wizard101, hopefully they have enough time and resources and the overall knowledge to support Wizard101 console players to not only redeem in-game codes or whatever, but also to get a free membership. Because that right there was a big gut punch for a lot of players. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it happens. But if not, then I guess that's just one of the caveats of playing Wizard101 on console. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's bad enough people are already gutted that there's no like cross save between like PC and console. Like, they're just two separate entities, and we'll probably never see that shine the day of light ever. I don't think it will, but it sucks, and it is what it is. But that's the reality of it. And the only thing that we can praise KI for, aka Killing Interest, is that at least it is on console, and at least players can play the game on console. But then you gotta consider everything else. You gotta consider everything else. But if you're okay with all of that, right? Pushing all that stuff aside, if you're okay with all that, then Wizard101 console is a dream. And if honestly, just ignore it. Just ignore it. It's fine. Just ignore it, man. And that wraps it up for my TED Talk. I would like to know some other things that are missing from Wizard101 console. I know another thing that I wanted to touch up on was like the pet kiosk situation. Last time I checked, it was like empty. Everybody basically had to start from scratch, making like the best pets and whatever. I don't think that's too much of a like bad idea, but again, since everything is starting fresh, it might be a little bit harder to make the perfect pet or whatever. It's a whole thing. But if you guys do play on console though, I would really love to know like what other differences you may see from Wizard101 on PC. And maybe I'll do a follow-up video or maybe another funny tweet talking about that. Because I make tweets like this all the time. I'm just surprised that it gets so much attention. I'm like, oh wow, I'm getting all these viewers right now. But I would love to know you guys' thoughts on that, because again, some things they might have strict restrictions on, such as text chat or the bigger crown sales or whatever. But definitely, I would want console players to at least have a free membership period, or at least have a way to redeem codes. Like, that should be something that I think every player should have access to, right? There's a lot of things that they don't have, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes over time. We'll see what happens. But until then, my name is Richard Unicorn Caller, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.